Hayato back again. My idea in this time is to use tax-paid services for the citizens relentlessly and hope that it leads to happiness. Even if all the residents become ill, this is gonna be fun. Okay, let me explain what we're gonna do this time. The last thing we did was set up a city of 240,000 and got them all sick. And after that, we set it up so that 6,000 ambulances could be dispatched to handle all the patients. Well, that didn't turn out so well. The city's traffic conditions deteriorated rapidly. In the end, the city turned into a complete ghost town. We realized that it wasn't a matter of building proper roads and accesses, but pouring in 6,000 ambulances all at once into the city was just not feasible. But then, I remember that there was this particular facility. And what is that? The medical helicopter depot. This medical service dispatches a helicopter to the patient and flies them to the hospital. So, this means no traffic jams because it doesn't use the roads or highways, only the wide open skies. No traffic jams, patients get to the hospital, and the city continues to function and develop. That's the idea I want to put into test this time around. But there is one problem. These depots aren't used very much. You would think such an effective method would be used widely, but the problem is the cost. It's cost a significant amount to operate. Yeah, obviously, being a city service, it uses taxes, and a lot of it. So, in a game like this, it's not used very often. If the game was played normally, we wouldn't have too many sick patients, so there is no real need for it. Usually, one hospital is built, and that takes care of most emergencies. This episode, I'm going to try using as much taxes as possible to see if the city can survive, even though all its residents are sick. Okay, let's begin, shall we? First things first, we're going to have to get all the residents sick. This is where the factory wastewater is drained into the river. Toxic stuff. A little ways up the river, the drinking water for the city is pumped up. What we'll do is reverse this whole setup so the residents drink the toxic brew from the factory. Okay, ready to go. Contaminated wastewater is poured upstream, and the drinking water is pumped downstream and into the people's bellies. Okay, looking good. Drink up, folks. No worries, your tax dollars will soon remedy everything. We can use all the taxes we want. Yeah, I know. It's the residents who are paying the taxes. I see the intake pumps are drawing in the swell nicely. Let's head over to the city to see how things are going. We're gonna have to wait a wee bit longer for the residents to get sick. There should be enough time for the residents to notice that the water coming out of their faucets is a smelly sludge. Yep, here we go. Looking good. I really shouldn't say that. Not good for the residents, that's for certain. Please understand, this is unavoidable. It's just an experiment, don't forget. I was reading the comments and some were saying I was enjoying this kind of situation. The complete opposite is true. I am heartbroken of creating such a situation. We have 12,196 sick patients here, and so we have to save them by creating a hospital and helicopter here. Of course, using taxes. I think we should make it a little out of the way. Over here on this little peninsula, what do you think? We'll build a major hospital over here and right nearby a heliport. This is the helicopter terminal. There are 3 helipads out back, and this will be where they arrive and take off from. But just one of these isn't going to be enough. For what I got planned, we're going to build a whole slew of them. Yep, like I said, use all the taxes we can get our hands on. What can I say? It's not my money. I'm on a spending spree, folks. Okay, all set. Now we have 12 medical heliport terminals ready to go. This whole street is lined up with heliports. As we learned on our last experiment, if you dispatch thousands of ambulances into the city, it will cause a major pileup and the city won't function. So, I intentionally did not connect it to the main road. We're ready to go. Let's get the birds in the air and save the city. We have to hurry. The lives of the citizens are at stake. The helicopters are starting to take off one after another. Wow, that's a pretty awesome sight. Like dragonflies. I've never seen so many helicopters in the air. I do remember a Godzilla movie that had a whole lot of helicopters. We should start to see the helicopters return with their patients pretty soon. They're supposed to land here on the helipad on the hospital roof. Huh? Wait! They're landing right on top of each other. Way too many helicopters. Not sure what's happening here. Let me check it out. Yeah, looks like the patients are increasing gradually. A Apparently, each helicopter can only carry one patient. The population is 10,817. So we need to carry 12,000 people to the hospital. How many times does each helicopter have to go back and pick up patients, I wonder? There are 12 terminals and 3 helipads, so that's 36 helicopters. 36 helicopters and 12,000 patients. How many trips to the city is needed? 100 trips sure won't cut it. Oh boy! 300 times, huh? No wonder the population is declining. Are these helicopters actually doing its job? Better check it out just in case. We can see that one is flying towards the city to pick up a patient. No problem so far. I guess it's landing at that recycling center. What are they doing here, I wonder? Oh, I see. They're carrying stretchers with patients toward the helicopters, and the helicopters take off. I guess they are doing their jobs. Awesome. They all seem pretty serious about their work. Hey, you there! I hear there's like 12,000 more patients. How's the population count doing? Not looking good. 9,800, huh? We're starting to see skull icons on some of the residents. Not a good sign. At this rate, the city won't last long. Another ghost town scenario. Let's see, what to do? The problem seems to be that we only have 36 helicopters. Why don't we increase the number of helicopter terminals, why don't we? A pretty sudden increase, but why not, huh? We just increased the number of helicopters, it may just solve this problem. Like I said, we have an endless supply of money. Tax money, that is. It's not my money, what can I say? Alright then, all complete. Medical heliport facilities as far as that I can see. Man, that's a huge number of heliports, I gotta say. I've built 81 heliport terminals. So now we have about 7 times as many helicopters than before. The city will be saved by my ingenious idea. Let's go for it. They're off. The helicopters are buzzing around like flies. Not much longer, folks. They're on their way back to pick you all up. Like something out of a monster movie. Now that they have picked up the patients, they're headed back to the hospital. Whoa, check that out, would ya? They're unloading them like crazy. They don't even look like helicopters at this point. I wonder if the hospital itself is functioning properly with all these incoming patients. Looks like the patients in the hospital are increasing. All okay, I guess. Only problem is the population. There's only like 1,600 people left. Well, I sort of understand. Even if I have 80 heliports, they can only carry 240 people round trip. So, 12,000 people and 240 round trip flights. Pretty tough situation for sure. Maybe it wasn't quite feasible to use helicopters, huh? Let's check out the city. Whoa, looks like there are a lot of openings. However, we can see that there aren't enough helicopters. The fact remains that there is no traffic congestion. At least there's that. So that means the city's overall functions are doing fine. What shall we do then? Well, the tax money belongs to the citizens. Let's use it all for the citizens of the city. Okay, so the population, 12,000. I built a hospital complex that would be able to handle all those people. And in addition, we built a heliport on the island next to handle the incoming helicopters. This is pretty amazing. All these buildings are heliport terminals. Again, as far as the eye can see. How many do you think I built? A whopping 1,000 heliport facilities. As promised, I used all the citizens' taxes to build 1,000 heliport terminals. All for the good of the citizens of the city. With these new facilities, 3,000 helicopters would be dispatched to the city. So, the population is 12,000. So that means if each helicopter does 4 trips each, we'll be able to rescue everyone. So theoretically speaking, it's possible to save everyone in the city this way. But there is one condition. That's if my computer doesn't go down. Anyways, we'll deal with it when we deal with it. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Is it gonna function? Oh yeah, looks like they're slowly starting to move out. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Awesome! Look at them go! Get going, guys! Save the city! We're counting on you! Man, those helicopters are really doing some work. Are all the terminals operating? Yup. Looking awesome, guys. Flying out of 1,000 heliports, so cool. Really like out of some disaster movie. I really have no idea what's going on. It's more like a sci-fi film when the aliens are attacking. It's definitely not what you see in City Skylines game, that's for sure. This is quite a sight. Go for it, guys. We're almost there. Since we're using the skies, there's no worry of a disastrous traffic pileup. We gotta be thankful for that at least. Holy smokes, what's going on here? Why are you all concentrated on this hospital? Can't you see there are other hospitals around? What's happening here? This looks totally crazy. Whoa! How can these things even fly for Pete's sake? I'm totally lost. What the hell is going on? Oh, okay. The next door hospital is also being used. It's about time. Holy smokes. This does not look good. Are things really functioning? When's this all gonna stop? They're all in a frenzy. Let's stop for a sec. Would you look at that? Amazing! Has there ever been a scene like this? Back to the first hospital. Let's check the patient numbers. Oh, okay. 496. Well, that's twice as fast as before. Looking good. So this hospital is so full, huh? Oh, I see. They have filled each hospital in turn. Is that it? And this one is also full. Okay. Let's get it started again. Whoa, awesome. Oh, now it's over here. This is wild. Hey, how's the population going? It's at almost 10,000. How about the other 2,000? Are they just in silence or what? This is really unbelievable. Never seen this kind of thing in my life. Let's check it out from above. Oh, okay. Gotta see what's going on from a bird's eye view. Still pretty weird looking. Oh, so now the helicopters are going back. Does that mean they finished carrying all the patients? How about the population? Huh? 3,000? No way! That can't be right. Oh my god. No way! The population is totally slumped. Let's check out the city. No, it does not look good. I guess it's at just over 3,000. Oh boy. Okay, so we unleashed 3,000 helicopters, but still was unable to rescue the citizens of this wonderful city. All that's left are still the helicopters and all those heliports. So the city is now heavily into debt, and their taxes are going to increase. So the conclusion is that no matter how much taxes we wasted on the city, we were in the end not able to save the citizens of this city. I don't know, but if we used a different strategy, it may have turned out differently. But one good thing came out of all of this. No traffic jams. Hold on a sec. A population. It's increasing to 4,378. Does that mean the citizens are recovering? Maybe it wasn't a failure after all. It's gradually increasing. My god. I thought that if we increased the number of helicopters, it might be more successful. So with that thought, I increased the number of helicopter terminals. Previously, we had 1,000 terminals and 3,000 helicopters at the ready. This time, I decided to increase that 4 times. So there would be 4,000 helicopter terminals with 3 helipads each, which means 12,000 helicopters. That means that there will be a helicopter for each and every citizen of this city. Their own personal medical helicopter. Who could ask for more, huh? How the hell does this tax stuff work anyways? Let's see how things go with this setup, shall we? Some helicopters are already starting to take off. They're headed into town, alright. Awesome! The 12,000 helicopters are headed into town to rescue the 12,000 citizens. Will this operation be successful? Let's hope so. We're all going to the hospital, folks, in your very own personal helicopter. What's it like at that hospital? I wonder. Yep, like before. Place is going totally nuts. Man, amazing. A helicopter tower. How's the population so far? Still steady at 10,000 or so. Let's stop the game for a second and see how the city is doing. Well, we can see that the sky is filled with helicopters as expected. This is out of this world. I know I said that at least we didn't have any traffic congestion, but looking at the sky, it sure does look congested. I'm kind of amazed that there aren't any mid-air collisions. I wonder if the air traffic controller that works here is really skilled at his job, maybe. There are no heliports in the city itself. They just land right on the street. They just land right in front of the building. Seems kind of dangerous. I switched to the citizen's POV, and this is what he sees. Man, this is nuts. The skies are filled with helicopters. This guy's probably wondering what the hell is going on. Looks like a scene from a Jerry Bruckheimer film for sure. Man, helicopters landing left and right. Flying overhead, taking off. This is totally nuts. Okay, so how's the population level doing? Under these dire conditions, the population is at 9,800. Way better than I expected. It sure didn't drop like I thought. Let's check out the hospital from overhead. This is how it looks from above. It sure looks like the hospital is erupting, like some volcano. But the fact remains that the population has shrunk a bit. Oh no! I guess it was just a fluke. The population just dropped drastically. Seriously? We're down to about 3,800. Ah, good. Oh well, thought it was too good to be true. So, this time we attempted to use tax-paid services for the citizens of no limits and see if the city would still function. But, again, things didn't work out, and the city became a ghost town. However, although I wasn't able to maintain a population of 10,000 or so, I kept it at a steady 4,000 to 5,000. So, that means a little, doesn't it? Maybe we could say that I was half successful? At least give me that. But I have to say, the city is in tremendous debt, that's for sure. Okay, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. See you in the next one.